Jerome Powell and the Fed signal bull run. You're not going to believe what Jerome Powell said yesterday. We're going to check it out. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. If you want to become one of the 3,800 warriors the last 3 years that are working together to get their shit together, click the description down below to join my 120-day challenge. You can get started this Monday. We start every single week. Cryptocurrency, exit strategy, access to my portfolio, our revolutionary 120-day challenge, nutrition, subconscious mind programming, goal setting, vision board creation, everything you need to help you get your shit together in 2022. Click the description down below, join our free Discord, Facebook group, and 120-day challenge. All right, let's kick it off, warriors. So private cryptocurrencies and U.S. bank coins could be able to coexist. Fed Chief Jerome Powell says. This is exciting, warriors, because now it's accelerating really fast. Let's take a journey back of all the videos I've done, right? When Jerome Powell was saying, we're just thinking about doing, maybe we'll get the public's opinion on a stable coin. Warriors, they've been playing you for a very, very long time. Banks have been working on this for a very, very long time. I'm going to show you facts, figures, numbers, logic. Okay. Jerome Powell yesterday was in a meeting, and I'm going to show you the exact video where he talks about stable coins, or they ask him a question, and he says, yes, CBDCs and stable coins can coexist. So private cryptocurrency in the U.S. central bank coin would be able to coexist, Federal Jerome Powell says. Cryptocurrencies and central bank digital currencies would be able to come together. Powell was responding to a question posted by Senator Pat Toomey on Tuesday, and the July Fed chair said he saw no need for cryptocurrencies if the central bank in July. So this is how it changes. In July, the Fed chair said he saw no need for cryptos if central banks were to issue a CBDC. Okay. Think about this really, really deeply. How quickly is their sentiment changing, warriors? The reason why is they know that 99% of the sheep are not watching this. Okay. First, inflation was transitory. Now it's non-transitory. Now it's here to stay, warriors. Your whole world is about to change. Do you understand that your whole banking system is about to change? Your stock market is overvalued, warriors. Your currency is being debased day by day. We are just a week away from the interest rate announcement. If they announce interest rates, warriors, that's going to shake the global markets. They printed trillions of dollars. I'm slowing down because I talk really fast. I want this to sink in. Trillions of dollars in the past 24 months. They raised the debt ceiling by over $2 trillion. Trillion with a T, warriors. I mean, imagine 12 years ago, the word trillion. Billion was huge. And now we're just printing and raising the debt ceiling by trillions of dollars. Warriors, they have to move into a CBDC. That is the only way to fix this system, is to change the system. So here we go. Let's hear it right from the horse's mouth. This is at the Fed. This is a testifies before Congress confirmation hearing 1/1/2022. And it's pretty cool. Me and Waters Above did an interview yesterday on 1/1/1 at a 1/1, which is 11, and our actual live ended at 1/1/1. It was wild. So there was some serious alignment happening for me yesterday. So, warriors, this is a great time to be alive. Check this out.
One last round of questioning, and then I will finish up. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to start by just underscoring a point that Senator Daines just made, which I think is extremely important. And we really, I don't think we made it until he made that point, which is that every month that goes by in which inflation in the form of consumer prices is growing faster than wages are gaining is a month in which workers are falling behind. There have been some comment about wage gains. I think we'd all like to see wage gains, but wage gains that are more than wiped out by price increases do not leave a family better off. And so it is not a contradiction. It is not somehow contrary to the interest of a working family to get price stability. In fact, it's necessary for the well-being of the working families of Pennsylvania and America that we bring about price stability. Mr. Chairman, two quick questions for you. One regarding a central bank digital currency. Some have advocated, as you know, that that a central bank digital dollar be used and developed in such a fashion that individual Americans have retail accounts with the Fed, and the Fed becomes the retail banker for America. It seems to me that there is absolutely nothing in the history, the experience, the expertise, the capabilities of the Fed that lend the Fed to being a retail bank. Is that a fair observation?
I would say it is, yes.
Thank you. A second, I know we're going to get our report soon, and I'm very much looking forward to this, as you and I have discussed. But I wonder if you could respond to this. If Congress were to authorize and the Fed were to pursue a central bank digital dollar, is there anything about that that ought to preclude a well-regulated, privately issued stable coins from coexisting with a central bank digital dollar?
No, not at all.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so let's decode that and exactly what they said. Okay, a lot of people are just going to go right over that. What did they just say? He's like, no, not at all. In July, nope, cryptocurrencies and CBDCs cannot coexist. Now, here we are in January 2022. I told you the whole banking system is going to shift by 2025. ISO 20022 has its first implementation phases in 2022. Okay. He just said, yes, they can coexist. He also said, in history, has a central bank or a Federal Reserve. Okay. Remember, the Federal Reserve is not part of the government. They are a regulatory organization that regulates money flows. Okay. Think about that. It was made, your opinion's your opinion, but it was made by richest people in the world to control our money supply. What Senator Toomey just said is the central bank going to become and take over the commercial banks? That's not their plan, but what they're planning to do is create a CBDC, and then we'll also have cryptocurrencies. What have I been saying for the last 2 years? You're going to have a central bank digital currency, a FedNow wallet, a FedNow. It's already set up, ready to go. Federally chartered banks from the OCC can custody your cryptocurrency. That's a fact. Thrifts and federally chartered banks can already custody your cryptocurrency. Brian Brooks already put that in law from the OCC last year. And then you're going to have a cryptocurrency wallet. You're going to be able to do DeFi loans. Banks' margins are being squeezed dramatically. If interest rates go up, banks are screwed, warriors. There's only 3 ways that banks make money. If you're in my academy, we go over this type of stuff. There's 3 ways that banks make money, okay? All 3 of those ways are being squeezed dramatically. The banking system has to move into a crypto-based stablecoin environment. There's going to be private and public sectors coming together to work together. Okay, so this is the report on stablecoins. Okay, let's go back. I'd just like to show you. So that's page 6. Let me just show you where I do my research here. Okay, so this is the President's Working Group on Financial Markets, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation of the Office of Currency Control, the OCC report on stablecoins. Let's go back to page 6 here. I like to show you the documents that they're using, right? This isn't just me reporting news or going to, I like to take a story and then I like to build the thesis around the story. That's how I do my research. And it's not that exciting. I'm not going to show you charts and show you you're going to get rich in crypto. What I'm going to show you is if you're patient and persistent, you are guaranteed at some point to get wealthy in crypto. If you do it correctly, if you're not worried about these meme coins and, there's certain people saying, get out of crypto and go into just NFTs. Like, you better know what the hell you're doing, warriors. You better have a game plan. You better be able to sit by your computer all day and catch it. This is Warren Buffett style investing in cryptocurrency, warriors. Okay. We're not here to get rich quick. We're here to build wealth internally, mentally, build a foundation, and then be patient and build wealth for sure. Okay. Activities and participants in stablecoins arrangement. Governance. Governance functions include defining and ensuring compliance with standards related to the purchasing, redeeming, holding, and transfers of stablecoins. Okay, that's the governance part. Management of reserve assets. Stablecoins arrangements that are supported by reserve assets typically define the standards for the composition of those assets and the purport to ensure to 1-on-1 ratio between the reserve asset and the par value of the stablecoin outstanding. Management of the reserve assets involves making investment decisions with respect to reserve, including the respect to the riskiness of the assets. So they're going over governance, they're going over management of reserve assets and the custody of reserve assets. Stablecoins that are supported by reserve assets typically require a custodian or a trust to acquire and hold the asset and execute transactions to facilitate management of reserve assets, adherence with the standards for reserve assets described above. Your custody is going to be your commercial banks. Okay. They have to have a FedNow pass-through wallet. They already have to have a pass-through wallet. That's already enacted. The laws are already in place. So your banks right now, as you sit back and wonder if cryptocurrency is going to be here to stay, are already setting up the rails. Okay. It was just 11:11 when I looked down. Okay. Here we go. IMF, International Monetary Fund. This is in 2019. Stablecoins, central bank digital currencies, and cross-border payments. A new look at the international monetary system. A new look at the international monetary system, warriors. This is not like, is crypto going to be here? Are they going to wipe out crypto? Is regulation? It's going to be here. I showed you yesterday. People weren't very interested in that. Ethereum is linked up with JP Morgan, and JP Morgan is linked up with the BSN group in China. They are already operating together. Consensus. All these corporations are coming together to change your monetary system. This isn't like JV, some ex-banker trying to sell you on some system that is some, like saying Trump's going to come back. This is happening, warriors. This is your government that you trust, know, and like, and where your financial advisor is certified by your government to sell the financial products to you is changing your financial system. So your financial advisor is going to be selling you crypto very, very soon. Okay, so this is back in 2017, which I'll show you right here. I think this document was in 2017. This is July 2017, okay? So this is our government. This is the Fed Payments Improvement System.org. This is from the Federal Reserve. What is it called? I forget what it's called. The Committee on Faster Payments, okay? So this is the Faster Payments Task Force, okay? The vision statement, the Faster Payments Task Force envisions a system where solutions both compete in interoperability to provide payment services that are faster, ubiquitous, broadly inclusive, safe, highly secure, and efficient. I think it was Executive Order 10-3-13772, I think it was, which the gentleman from Ripple, who's on the board of directors, the person who helped write that executive order, is all about faster payments. Anyways, let's jump into this really quickly. Okay, so the U.S. passed the faster payments. If we go here to the task force, this is it right here. You type in Ripple, boom, you go to Ripple. There they are. The proposals from the task force. They have Ripple in the task force here. Okay, faster payment solutions proposals. You have Clayton Group Incorporated Limited, Mobile Money Corp, non-pay corporation. You have Ripple. Description: leverages distributed financial technology to enable real-time cross-border payments to financial institutions to join the network. Scope: users interledger to enable real-time cross-border payments and interoperability between your systems. Approach: allows for originators to see total cost of payments and real-time tracking and low and high-value payments. Do you guys realize what's going to happen to Ripple when this case gets dropped so they can bring in regulation? Because it's a political theater. And the actual utility gets pumped in America and Americans get involved in Ripple, because right now it's operating already. Ripple is not going away, warriors. It's operating all over the world, warriors. Okay. So this is really cool. I think this has been floating around TikTok and Twitter as well. This is an old interview and I hope it just didn't reset on me here. Let's take a look. I think it did. If it reset on me, we're not going to dive into it. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, cool. We're good to go. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So this is an interview. We're going to watch a little bit of this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I want to get to this point right here. Okay, we're looking somewhere. This is Raoul Pal. I keep saying his name incorrectly, but Raoul Pal from Real Vision. And this is a gentleman they did an interview with, and he was really trying to dive into XRP and the understanding of XRP. And here's some important markers that you look for XRP.
What should everybody be looking out for? Because it's difficult to follow all the news flow. What are the things you really want to see?
Yeah, I guess, first of all, liquidity. I think it's very important that the XRP ecosystem continue to build liquidity, that you get more participants, that you incentivize people to use it because that's when these network effects really start becoming apparent. So just, market cap going up, the volumes, the transactions going up on exchanges. I think that's very important. I think the number of use cases that the ledger is being applied to going up, and that we're seeing that. But in real world,
so do you realize? Okay, this interview was right before they launched the case against Ripple. Do you realize when this case gets dropped or settled or whatever they're going to do, the use case that's going to go through the roof?
In the real world, not the crypto world, it's pretty successful, right? 10% of all remittances between the United States to Mexico were done with XRP. And that's a big deal.
So outside of MoneyGram, who else is using it? Because I hear a lot that a lot of banks are kicking the tires and thinking about it. Who's actually using it and who's kind of sniffing around the whole thing right now?
I think, you'd want to focus on Japan. SBI is a large bank which holds a significant amount of XRP. R3, which is has a Corda as an enterprise blockchain for trade finance. They have an incredible amount of XRP. And with Corda, you're allowed to use either Swift or XRP as your settlement engine. So you've got R3, you've got SBI, you've got the Central Bank of Thailand, you have consortiums of other permissioned blockchains, right? And you have RippleNet. So it's being used at scale by people not in crypto. And that's news in and of itself, right? That to me is right. Okay. If it's actually not just a speculative experimental function, but it's actually.
See, that's super important. The difference between Ripple and a lot of different projects is it's being used heavily outside of cryptocurrency. It's not just a speculative asset. It's being used right now as you sit here, worried if XRP is going to be the biggest cryptocurrency in the world.
Actually being used in the real world to solve real problems. That to me is the most important test. So yes, it doesn't have the same amount of liquidity as Ethereum or Bitcoin right now, right, in terms of market cap. But as I started the call with, it's already on track, right along where Bitcoin is. So even as a speculator, as an investor, you might say, well, what are the upsides versus the downsides of holding XRP as a digital asset? Well, we already know it's on track where Bitcoin was in year 7. So the fact that it's being used in the world today to solve real problems, it's already using or basically going from the hypothesis stage to the use case to the real world use. So do I think it's going to persist? Yes, I feel strongly that it's going to persist. And despite the tribalism and the negativity, more and more people are using it, that just by evidence of the volumes. Take a look at the volumes on them.
It's kind of out of the kind of crypto speculative radar screen, and it's really what it is becoming a utility, and it'll derive its value from its utility function, i.e. the more people who are using it, the more it's likely to go up, as opposed to Bitcoin, which is not being used in any other way specifically, or not many other ways specifically, as opposed to store of value, which seems to be its use case.
Yes, I totally agree. And again, those things are it's not mutually exclusive. You don't have to pick one versus the other and say that that's going to be all things for all people.
They're different things. I mean, that's very clear.
Right. And as an investor, again, it's about recognizing what your true counterparty risk is, where those risks are, and then assessing whether or not the upsides are an outsized return. And that's how I look at it. If some newer technology with better performance characteristics can solve those specific problems better, I would be the first to recommend it. But until that happens, and until even a new technology were to arrive today that does the exact same thing with better properties, until it reaches a certain level of liquidity, it needs all of these things together to really challenge it as kind of the incumbent for fast payments, supranational payments. So right now it's the king in that regard.
So that's a key, what he just said. You can build the same type of system or software, but until you have the liquidity the XRP has, you can't even touch it. It's the king, and there's nobody that can touch the liquidity of XRP right now.
One of the features of this, the fact that Ripple is going out marketing this to banks and central banks. So, there's nobody marketing Bitcoin, for example, there's nobody, but within this, you've got somebody who's going out speaking to the financial institutions saying, listen, we've got a solution. Because that helps, therefore, enterprise sales. You get more people onto the network in large chunks as opposed to relying on individuals.
That's right. And up to this point, they have relied on the retail sector primarily to drive that liquidity. But I think this, first of all, you need some regulatory clarity. I think.
How ironic is that? This was on December 4th, 2020. And then guess what we're getting? We got a regulator clarity coming on the 22nd, I think it was. They launched the case against Ripple.
Bitcoin and Ethereum, very clear in the United States what their regulatory position is. We're seeing that with, this Fidelity, State Street, all these other large firms saying, we're going to custody banks. The OCC has provided clarity on custodying digital assets. So there's a lot of clarity with respect to Bitcoin and Ethereum in the US markets.
Boom, right there. He just said there's tons of clarity with Ethereum and Bitcoin. Think about that. Think about what he just said. He just said everything I just said. The OCC already said that you can custody digital assets. Companies are getting on board with Ethereum and Bitcoin. But for some reason, the juggernaut that's going to take over the whole financial system, they throw a case against it to change the Howey test, Warriors. These are the things that don't have me flooded out of the market. These are the things that help me teach my Warriors to be fundamental investors. These are the things that show me that I'm invested in the greatest digital assets, not just XRP, the greatest digital assets in human history. And I'm holding patient if it takes 5, 10, 20 years, because this is about my kids, not about me, Warriors. I'm living a free life. I'm living the life of my dreams. This is about my kids, and standing up for what I believe in and creating freedom for every single person around me. Not just me, Warriors. I'm free already. Even if you took my money away, I'm a free man. But I want people to experience freedom, because unfortunately, why everybody's watching this right now is money does create freedom, Warriors. People say money doesn't buy happiness. It sure as hell solves a lot of problems. It solves money problems. And when you don't have money problems, Warriors, you have more time to meditate. It's a little bit easier to meditate when you're not worried about paying your bills. That's a fact, Warriors. So don't get it twisted where, you have to be some yogi on top of a mountain. It's hard to meditate when you got a fucking bill stuck packing up, when your wife's looking at you and be like, you can't take care of the family. That's hard, Warriors. Let's be realistic. It's time to get your shit together, Warriors. This is not entertainment, Warriors. This is a call to action for all Warriors to stand up to protect their family. This is your time, Warriors. So I want to show you this stuff. This is old stuff. This is January 8, 2021. Issuing stable coins on the XRP ledger. I mean, it's everywhere, Warriors. I mean, I could show you these documents over and over again, but it's time for you to really build a thesis in your own mind of freedom, Warriors. You can do this. You can do this. And what we've created is a Warrior Academy, and I'm very proud of it. I get a lot of people hating on me because I talk about my Warrior Academy, or he's saying he's all about monetary gain. Then don't join the Academy, Warriors. Join the free Facebook group, the Discord. I'm very proud of the Academy we created. 3,800 Warriors worldwide coming together with exercise, nutrition. You have access to my crypto portfolio, over 100 courses on cryptocurrency. What is it? How to do an example. 6 calls per week. You get access to my technical analysis team, research team. There's nothing like it in human history. We brought it all together in one spot to help you stay grounded in the biggest shift in generational wealth in the greatest time in human history. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.